Good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Kraus, part of Jonathan's Amateur Plumbing Repair. Today we're going to be changing an overflow valve on an irrigation plumbing line going to my water spigot. As the other night, I flooded my porch and I was very upset while I was trying to change my reverse osmosis faucet. Something stuck, which I'll show you in just a second. But for now, I'm going to show you what I did to repair it, and I got the new part to replace it. I hope you enjoy. Give me a thumbs up if you like, and subscribe to my channel if you're interested. Good. Alright, so first thing I did was I took off the bell cap. This bell cap right here sits on top right here, and it's just screwed in by just a small nut, which is about that size, and I put those two pieces right here. I have that just in there so I don't lose it, because you're going to need it. It's more so just to protect from anything, debris, from getting into the system. It's fairly easy to remove and replace, but you have to be a little patient, and you have to know a couple things, including to make sure you drain the line before you open the system up. So you take a flathead screwdriver and you just turn quarter turn towards the right to get the water to drain from the valve in here. And that's leftover water. You can do the same thing from up here. Most likely it's not as full, but we'll go ahead and let that drain for a second. And then what I'm going to do is up here, this is only hand tightened. I have the part, so I might as well just show you the part right here. I was able to order through wonderful Amazon. This pot right here, it's 765 BP 1/2 to 3/4. It's to replace this valve so that we don't have anything sticking. It's probably an old one. The valve, this package came with a couple of O-rings. Here we are. And it came with, this must be the compression chamber that goes up and down. And this is the, they put some lube on here too, just in case. And then there's a new nut to hold it in. That's awesome. So we're gonna take out the old one, make sure we look at it, see how it's set up, use the lube where necessary, so that we're on the same page. So here we go. This was hand tightened, so this should come off pretty fairly easy. As you can see, it does. A couple things to remember. So in there you can see there's an O-ring down at the bottom. We're going to put that on. Looks like it's just one. So I'm going to slap that sucker on the bottom here. And that should come on just nicely, which it does. And I'm also going to put some of this junk on it. Junk. So that as to not rust. There we go. Get it down nice and tight. I went ahead and put it on. I got it nice and tight over the bottom there, as you can see. A little bit tighter. I'm going to take some of my gunk that they got me. This is the gunk. Plumbing gunk, I guess we could call it. We're going to just take a little bit of that sucker. We're going to slap that on there and make it nice and juicy. There we go. Probably need a little bit more. There we are. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So again, we got the new one, which will put some gunk on it too. And I put the gunk here. This is the new one. I'm gonna take the old one out in just a second. I'm gonna get this thing all lubed up if I can, so it doesn't break. I'm going to take this old one out. Look at it already tilted to the side, so it's going to probably do it again. And here's the new one. This is the old one, I mean. So this is the old one right here. And it's got this little black washer on it, which is what I think is the major problem with it. This new one already has some stuff on it. Oop, I better take that. It's got some debris on it. I'm going to make sure there's nothing else inside that we have to deal with, which I don't think we do. All right. It looks like I got some gunk there. So the way we want to do this is this piece goes nicely in here, and it should go something like this. When it sits in there, it pops in and out like that. And that's what it wasn't doing before. I'm going to turn on my valve a little bit so I can get this water to pump. Oop, now we can close those things so they don't come pouring out at you. So just back 1/4. Yep. And back 1/4. Here we go. And now I'm going to turn this on just to make sure. Get all this junk out, pop it out. There we go. And I'm going to put this sucker in there and we'll see if this thing works out. And let's take it out one more time. It's floating. We'll make sure that we get it in there as best we can. And we'll screw this in as tight as we can. Hand tighten only. We're going to tighten that sucker up. It's a nice snug fit. And what should happen here, once I'm done, is that thing should not allow water to pop out after the first explosion. Here we go. There it is. The compression valve is now new. It flooded for a second. No water's leaking out. I'll tighten it just a little bit more. It looks like it's good. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that old bolt because they got a new one. It was nice of them to send. We're going to go ahead and put this little sucker back on to protect it. And we'll put this sucker here. Oh, got a little dirty. And you just put that sucker back on here, just like that. Oh yeah. And hand tighten as much as you possibly can. And we'll just do this. Get that sucker going. Then once I'm done here, I'm going to go watch the end game, Avengers, because I'm going to reward myself for fixing some plumbing this week. I just cleaned the pool.